What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Pokemon Legends Arceus. Last episode, we finally gathered the last of the needed plates to, well, do what exactly? Volo wants to meet us up at the Temple of Sinnoh here at the top of the Coronet Highlands, at the very top of Mount Coronet. Now, with me, I have the entire team here, although I do have an Experience Candy XL that does need spending. I wonder who I should use it. Yeah, let's use it on our lowest level Pokemon right here, on Adam really quick. There we go. Level 74, almost level 75. Good stuff. So everything is pretty much in place. So, just want to let you know, what we're about to do is probably the hardest thing in the entire game. I want to make that abundantly clear. Before you head up to the Temple of Sinnoh, make sure that you are ready to do so. Do not come in with anything but your strongest Pokemon unless you have been severely procrastinating this to the point where you have, I mean, just like a pasture full of Pokemon in the 70s and 80s or higher. And make sure that they're also obviously kitted out with EVs and the like. But, yeah, you're going to want to make sure you're at least, I would say, in the 70s before you attempt this with your entire team. So this actually gave me quite a bit of trouble because when I did this in my playthrough, I was below that. I was actually in the 60s, and it actually took me a couple of attempts to get this down. And it'll all make sense why in due time. But real quick, let me make sure that Hubert is actually at the front of the party here. And set it to you. And let's go say hi to Volo. Let's talk, because Volo is about to, well, it'll all make sense in a second. The temple lies in ruins now, columns cracked and broken, like pillars now turned into spears, stabbing into the heavens. Well, I detect a distinct lack of Giratina. Something bothering you? I do beg your pardon. I suppose I must seem to be behaving strangely. I dare say you deserve to know what I'm really after by now. Ever since I became convinced that Arceus really does exist, there has been one question that consumed my thoughts. How can I meet such a being myself? It was in an attempt to answer this question that I originally sought out Giratina and had it tear open that rift in space and time. After all, Giratina wished to stand against Arceus, but that didn't do the trick. So then I had you gather the fragments of the all-encompassing deity, just as the murals of the ruins directed. 18 plates, said to be the fragments of the all-encompassing deity. You hold in your hands 17 of them, so you must be wondering, where's the last one? Why, it's right here! Now hand over the plates you gathered. I will be the one to bring them all together. My desire to meet Arceus cannot be contained any longer. I need to know what it is. I must know what it is. If I can meet Arceus myself, then I may also be able to subjugate its power, and using that, I will attempt to create a new, better world. Of course, if I create a brand new world, then this Hisui region that we currently exist in will be undone and return to nothing. You, everyone you know, and all the Pokemon living here will vanish in an instant, as if you'd never been. If you want to keep this world from disappearing, then face me in battle. Not that you have a choice. Even if you don't wish to battle me, I'm not above using force to take those plates from you. And there it is, the twist of all twists. Pokemon wielder Volo challenged you to battle. He is going to immediately start out with a Spiritomb, which is exactly why I wanted to put Hubert out first. We need a Fairy type for this. So all of his Pokemon are going to be level 68. This is not the hard part. Trust me, this is not the hard part. I mean, it's not like he's not a pushover either. His Pokemon are actually decent. This is by far as battles go, the hardest battle in the entire game. That's without question. It's also not a really high bar to clear either, given how easy they've mostly been up to this point. But, yeah, this battle pulls no punches, so do be aware of that. Okay, you're going to be using a Poison Jab. That's going to hurt quite a bit. And with the crit, that's going to put me in dire straits. All right, Hubert, you did your best. All right, so on to the next one. Next, I am going to probably throw out... Ooh, should I just go with Viola here? I could go with... you know, I'll just go with Darko. Darko makes more sense. Darko's got all that type coverage on him, so he makes for a lot of good. Also, being able to attack twice in a row will be nice. And that's all we really needed. So there is that one. And now, what do you got? Lucario. Okay, so this is where things are going to get really tricky. So let's actually do a switch here. I could continue to damage it with Fire Punch or Drain Punch, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch to Adam because Adam can resist a lot of what Lucario throws at him. So here we go. We'll bulldoze this guy. And luckily, we still are able to attack right after the fact. So that's always good. And, ooh, one shot. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. All right. Assuming, do you have an Ice type? Nope, you have an Arcanine, which is really not any worse than what we're already dealing with. So it's going to use Raging Fury, its signature move. Does a pretty fair amount of damage, but I think we'll be okay. Bulldoze is doubly effective against Arcanine in this, so it should be more than enough damage. That Rock Fire typing does not like ground typing very much. All right, good job, Adam. We haven't really gotten to use you a ton in this game, so now we got Togekiss to deal with. I mean, I could just use Rock Slide or... Let's just use Poison Jab. Why not? For that Fairy typing, see how much that does. Ooh, almost. Togekiss is pretty defensive, so I guess it makes sense. Waste to turn on a full restore, that's fine. Am I going to be able to... Ooh, possibly. Maybe I should just Strong Style here. Yeah, let's just Strong Style Rock Slide here. Maybe that'll be enough. He only has one Pokemon left after the fact, which is good. Oh, man, I knew I shouldn't have tried. But it was worth a shot. Moon Blast. Okay, that'll be some damage, but I think Adam should be mostly okay. Offensive stats lowered, and now a Calm Mind, which is probably not going to do this Togekiss any good, because we should be able to take it out on this very next turn, even with the defenses raised. I'm just gonna try a regular Poison Jab, and that should be enough. And there we go. All right, last Pokemon. And what does he have? Garchomp. Remember that little Gibble we fought really early on? Yeah, it's a big boy now. A very big boy. Now, Adam managed to hang in there just enough. I'm actually going to use this opportunity to switch to... Well, Darko is probably the play for that Ice Punch, but... I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just switch to Darko. Let's make this easy on ourselves here. Because I kind of want to hold on to the rest of our Pokemon for other reasons. Let's give this a shot. Can I just Agile Style? No, I could Strong Style, but I don't know if that's a risk worth taking. It might just Agile Style anyway, but you never know. Nope, we got it. We're good. And we got the crit. Wow, that is awesome. And there it is. Volo has been defeated. Why? Why you? Why do you have the blessing of Arceus? Well, dude, I mean, you kind of caused this yourself. What with the whole rift thing? Why? How? I've devoted myself to Arceus beyond any other. I worshipped it as the creator of our entire world. I bent all of my passion and interest to its study. All the time I spent poring over the legends. Everything that I've done. You outsider. It's almost as if you were spat out of the space-time rift just to get in my way. No. No, this isn't finished yet. Can you feel it? The chill creeping through your veins. The eldritch presence icing your heart. This is the hard part. So, right after fighting Volo, you have to immediately jump into a battle with Giratina, which is level 70. You're also going to want to try to catch this thing while you're here. You do not get to heal in between fights. That's what makes this at its most difficult. So, it looks like I'm going to try to use a Calm Mind here really quickly, just to do some extra damage while also resisting more damage. We're not going to be able to take a dish out a lot here with Viola in particular, but at the very least, Viola should be able to take some hits, what with her really strong physical defenses. Giratina also became obscured, which is not very helpful for me, but we'll still try a Leaf Blade, and of course, obscured means that it's not going to do much, but we'll be able to heal. So it uses Shadow Force over and over again. That's fine. Maybe we can get lucky here with one of these attacks landing. So we get 2 in a row this time. Let's try a Leaf Blade with a little bit of extra damage. and then another one of these. We're just going to try to knock it down into the red before we start dealing any damage. So offensive stats return to normal, defensive stats return to normal. Here we go. Another Shadow Force. Okay. Come on, Viola. Hang in there. Oh, that's so much freaking damage. And obscured again. That is going to be really obnoxious to deal with. The best thing that I'm going to have available to me, and actually what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to use a max revive. Well, no. Let's use a full restore on Adam. Adam's going to be a little more useful than Hubert or Viola in this fight. Hubert doesn't really have physical defenses, so I don't really want to use him too much. My trump card here is Roddy, because obviously Roddy has a lot of ways of doing super effective damage. But the problem is I don't really want to use Ceaseless Edge, because that's a very easy way of knocking it down too far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out Genevieve as kind of a... Well, let's just hope that this Shadow Ball hits is all I can really say, so that we can actually do some damage. And of course it didn't, because this target is obscured, and that's going to be really obnoxious to deal with. This is going to hurt a lot. Oh, my goodness. That was really all I could do with Genevieve there. I don't want to use Ceaseless Edge too much, though. That's the problem. All right, I'm going to switch to Darko here. Now, the good thing is it can't use Shadow Force on Darko, but it does have other moves that'll still do damage. Let's try an Ice Punch. That's going to miss, but we got 2 stabs at this. Try one more time. And, of course, it misses both times. Yeah, use Aura Sphere. Oh, gosh, that's going to be obnoxious. That's still a lot of freaking damage. Come on, land the attack, please. Thank you. That's what I wanted. All right, it's a little bit of something, but it's not enough. There goes that Aura Sphere. Ugh. And, of course, you know, Roddy is still going to take a lot of damage to that as well. So no longer obscured, which is... But that's okay. We'll try to do a little bit of damage with Roddy here without doing too much damage. So I'm going to try to do Ceaseless Edge, but I don't want to wear this thing down all the way. So let's do that. A little bit. Oh, see, that's exactly what I was worried about. Jagged Splinters. I was hoping it was not going to do that much damage. Here comes an Aura Sphere. And now we got to hope that we catch this thing with our... Well, actually, I don't... Do we catch this thing yet? No, I think we just battle this. What am I even saying? Come on, Roddy. There we go. All right, so Jagged Splinters were dug into it. Go, Adam, our last Pokemon. Here we go. And yeah, can we throw an Ultra Ball at you? I think we can. No, we do have to just win the battle. That's right. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure. Never mind. So I guess it's not as bad as I was making it out to be, but it's still a little tough, I gotta say. I guess I was holding back, but we did it. Giratina has been defeated. Adam will get all of the experience for this. And down you go, right? No, of course not. It's never that easy. Now we have Giratina in its origin form. And here comes the Shadow Force. Oh, that's going to be a lot of damage, and we're going to have to deal with that over and over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately put my max revives into first Darko, because I do want to be able to do additional damage. And then I'm going to use another one on Roddy, so we can get another Ceaseless Edge going, if possible. I'm going to try to use a strong style. Here comes another Shadow Force. Adam should be able to tank this. Yes, that's what I like to see. And I'm actually going to use this opportunity to get one more off. So let's use a max potion here. And then I will try to max revive Viola as kind of a last gambit, because I know that she can tank a lot of hits from this thing as we kind of bring our whole team back from the brink. And here comes those Shadow Forces. Oh, my goodness. Okay, that was actually a little less damage than last time, I do believe. All right, I'm going to use another revive on Hubert here. I just don't believe that Genevieve can do all that much. I mean, it's worth a shot. Look at this. We're going to pretty much have our entire team back up here. So we should be able to take out this origin form no problem. Come on. Is this origin form? Maybe I'm getting the forms mixed up. I'm going to feel really bad if that's the case, because I should know better than that. So now that it's been obscured a bazillion times, let's actually try to do some damage here. So I'm just going to try to do some bulldozes until these land. But come on, we can do this. Bulldoze, there we go. Yeah, this is, okay, yeah, this is definitely the origin form. The other one's the altered form, excuse me. Although I do like its look and its altered form a little bit better. All right, come on, keep doing damage. There you go, Adam. Man, he is a trooper, isn't he? Didn't really get a whole lot of chances to use him in our main playthrough because he was kind of a late arrival, but He is holding his own in this fight. Just absolutely awesome damage. Why are you using... Oh, I guess it's out. It's probably out of Shadow Force uses, huh? Because I think it only gets 10. Well, that's actually going to be wonderful for me. So here's a strong style Artisphere. Adam is probably going to go down to that, which is fine by me. But now we can start using Roddy here. So let's do this thing. So it's actually going to be the inverse of what I said. Everyone but Adam is going to get experience. So, oops. He did get the experience Candy XL, so I don't really feel too bad about it. But there is the Jagged Splinters. And now let's finish this off with something that's going to for sure land. Let's just do Psycho Cut. And there it is. Giratina has been defeated. Turning tail and running from this puny human? Pathetic. I was the one to feed you the power you needed so that you could take on Arceus. I was the one who gave you the chance to claw open that space-time rift, driving the deity of space and the deity of time mad so that you could drag the creator out from hiding. How could this happen? Almighty Arceus, if you have any heart within you, then tell me. The blood of the ancient Sinnoh people flows in my veins, does it not? What is it, then, that you find so lacking in me? Do you mean to tell me that this world does not need to be remade? I can't live with such questions. I can't bear not satisfying this ache to know. Answer me then, Akari. Do you have some dream that propels you as I've had? I do. So you do. Doubtless that dream of yours would never leave room for the dreams of one like me. I am the great wielder of Pokemon, and you battle alongside your Pokemon. In the end, I was alone, but not you. You will fight together with your Pokemon to seize whatever dreams you have. Here, take it. Take the plate that started me on this path. The plate I once received from Giratina. My journey is over. My story ended when I lost to you. And I love that it just completely breaks all of the dramatic tension by being called the spooky plate. And there it is. The last plate has been gathered. Suppose now you've gathered all the plates said to exist in the land of Hisui. Well, what? Celestica Flute transformed into the Azure Flute. So that's it. That's it. The Azure Flute. It comes to you. So Arceus wishes to meet you. Of all people, you had to be the one. Is that why you were brought to this world? Ugh, I have no desire to watch from the sidelines as Arceus comes to you, and I absolutely cannot accept a world in which you would ever manage to defeat Arceus. Someday, I'll solve every riddle in the legends of Hisui's Pokemon, and on that day, I'll stand before Arceus at last. No, I will conquer it. No matter how many years, how many decades, how many centuries it takes me. And we've been given a new mission, the deified Pokemon. Seek out all of the Pokemon there are to meet, then play your flute upon the die in the Temple of Sinnoh. We're not quite there yet. We still have a few more to catch. We're going to have to come back here and catch Giratina another time. We do also have a few more to work on, but in the meantime, as you can see here, we can take a look at our Pokedex. 227 caught out of 237. So there's only a few that count as exceptions towards this this number. But of course, we're going to try to go after every single one. But like I said, there are a few that do not actually count towards this. All of these are Pokemon that I believe are gotten through requests. Well, a few of them are gotten through requests, excuse me, but they are all legends that are only gotten through requests. I think we can still obtain those. Like I said before, you have to have both Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl data as well as Sword and Shield data to be able to get all of them, if I'm not mistaken, which I do believe I have on this particular Switch. I'm not 100% sure about that fact, but I'm pretty sure I do, so we'll be getting those a little bit later, but obviously those are going to be our last priority. But guys, that as I end this episode, this kind of sloppy episode. And this is kind of why I think this is an episode that perfectly exemplifies why I didn't want to make this a Let's Play. It's because I still do not have my facts 100% straight when it comes to Sinnoh. Like I've said many times, Sinnoh, Hisui, all of the above, I'm the least familiar with this generation, this region, etc. And Legends of Arceus, I love its gameplay loop, but I've only beaten it once, and I don't 100% always remember how the mechanics work every single time because I've never really spent a lot of extensive time with Generation 4. So when I come across a fight like Giratina and I don't even remember what the difference between its origin and altered form is, it kind of comes out a little bit sloppy, and I don't feel like it is as well communicated as I would like for a Let's Play. That is exactly why I decided to just kind of make this a playthrough series more than anything else. This is not supposed to be the most comprehensive thing in the world, even though we are basically doing everything that the game allows us to do. But that's just because this is a really fun game. Guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so very much for watching. Like I said, next episode, we're going to begin going after the remainder of the Pokemon that we need to fill up the Pokedex and eventually play the Azure Flute atop of the Temple of Sinnoh. But that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.